All right, so today's practice, we're focusing on a drill. And that drill is to increase our distance per stroke. So the stroke rate should be low, looking for top arm pressure, max pressure, low stroke rate. So take a close look at everybody's body position. Alan, you got to slow that rate down. Ray, looking good. Again, you got to slow that rate down. It might be helpful to pause on the back end. But imagine us trying to do this with a 6-person canoe. Sean, your angle needs some work. You want to be more up front. Good posture, Jayton. Here we go. Here's Will. Will, that top arm's got a lot of bend in it. You want to keep it fully extended in front. Top arm. Work on that. Dino looking pretty good. Stroke rate. It's tough in the V1, but you still want to get that nice glide. Here we go. Evan, great posture. Slow that rate down. Just slow the rate down. It's tough to be disciplined, but we want to keep it slow. Tons of pressure, but slow. All right, here we go. Landon. Too fast. And you're giving a little extra oomph on the back end. That's going to throw off the rhythm. All that power should be up front. Frank, I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but I'm thinking we want you to connect with both of your arms. So you got your bottom arm is kind of leading your top arm. We want you to have more of a straight, I guess that would be a 90-degree angle with the blade. So extending both of your arms simultaneously forward. All right, here we go. Steve, good work. Throw those 2 arms out there. There you go. Both arms. Boom. Yep. Slow the rate down a little bit. Drive through your feet. And there's Bill doing his own thing. Have fun, Bill. All right, here we go. Steve Jewell. Nice glide. That's what we want. Whoosh. Little more pressure, I would say, would be my only critique. Other than that, I like it. No bubbles. Rate's pretty good. Jayton, getting better. There we go. Good posture. Arms are straight through the stroke. Very nice. Right? Just put more pressure there. You want to put all of that pressure into your legs. And drive the boat forward. There we go. Keep that AMA light. Drive. Yep. Drive. That's what we want to see. Drive. I believe that's Ray. Sean, something going on with that top arm. I feel like you're pushing back when you want to push down. Down and back. Think of that big scoop of ice cream, right? Get a good catch and then grab as much water as you can and thrust it backwards while you're posturing up. So you want to sit up at the same time, simultaneously, while you're applying that top arm pressure. Big scoop of ice cream. Will, just that top arm, man. Just got to work on extending that top arm. Something I do is when I'm driving my car, I keep my top arm fully extended on the steering wheel. It just helps me to remember to keep the elbow as straight as possible. Dino, good posture. Evan, looking good. The rate slow down. Just remember, all up front. I know, when we do this slower drill, we have a tendency to throw at the back. We're not really doing that. We want to keep everything up front, but we're following through with the stroke. So all the power is up front, but we follow through. There isn't a second power band. It's all one power band, starting from the front all the way through the exit. And you'll watch with Landon. He has a power band in the front, and then he does this little thrust in the back. No, we don't want that. We want power from the front all the way through. That extra little jolt in the back doesn't really do anything for us. We want consistent power. What that's going to do is it's going to make the boat start bouncing. We want to stay connected to the hull. We want our feet planted. We want our hips set and constant pressure from the catch all the way through the drive to the exit. Frank, we want you to work on keeping both of your arms out in front of you at the same time. So throwing your arms. Imagine you falling towards a tree. And if you don't protect yourself with both of your arms, you're going to hit your face on that tree. So we want a quick, both arms in front to brace yourself. Kind of like throwing a cast net. Drive. Drive with the hips. Drive. Tons of pressure. Drive. Again, ice cream scoop. Just get as much water as you can. The way you do that is by applying top arm pressure. There we go. No bubbles. Just throwing buckets. It takes a lot of discipline to do this drill. Oftentimes, when you come out to practice, if this is the only practice you've been out in the middle of the week, some of us want to just get our heart rates up. We want to feel that like we're getting a workout in, and this is not the time for that. This is the time for finding blend. Fitness is formed in the one man, and you got to come out on your own to get fit. What we're doing is we're trying to put this all together in a 6-person canoe. So we're going to spend a great deal of time focusing on blend and on drills to perfect our blend. Not building fitness. Good job, Alan. Sean, you got that little power boost at the back end. We want constant pressure. Drive through the hips. That was better. There you go. Drive through the hips. And posture. Posture is key. You want to stay straight up, right? In the V1, the boat doesn't move if you don't have good posture. The OC1s are more forgiving. Some of them want you to kind of crouch over like the Pueos. Will, getting better. Definitely getting better. But your seat needs to be adjusted. It looks kind of funky. Your knees are straight up where they should be parallel with the canoe. Dino, good posture. Arms look great. It's that V1. V1 will make us disciplined paddlers, man. The first club on the bay with the most V1 paddlers is going to be the most successful club on the bay. I assure you of that. Nice posture, Evan. There you go. There you go. That's what we want to do in the 6-person canoe right there. Boom. All of us, same time. Boom. Right? 20 miles. We got to do this drill a lot. It's all about finding blend. Connecting our power band. As we perfect that, we'll come together, we can increase speed. It was interesting to watch. Me and Rich were standing on the hill, and just by going through this drill, a lot of you guys really improved significantly from the first round. If you take a look at this video, you watch it again, you'll see. I know it seems redundant, but this is important. And I recommend, if you're out on the one man, to practice this drill on your own. There's no pressure, nobody's watching you. Stay disciplined. Remember, you're looking for max top arm pressure, low rate. So your heart rate shouldn't get up high. You should be in like zone 2 because the rate is low. I'm talking like probably in the high 30s, maybe the 40s, So just to put it into perspective, I know it's hard to do on the one man because the hull speed drops out, right? But that's what you want to do. You want to try and keep the boat moving forward on one stroke as far as it'll go on one stroke. Boom. Boom. Just like that. The Kahele moves really nicely in that flat water. Boom. Here we go with the Valari. Boom, same thing. Good water line. Boom. Boom. Ice cream scoops, guys. Tons of pressure. I just want you to think max pressure on that top arm. Don't rip the water. No bubbles. Just nice and clean. You don't want to overextend in the front, and you certainly don't want to, crouch down or collapse. You want to have very good posture. Critical in the unlimiteds. All right, Sean, you're throwing your arms backwards, but what we want is pressure. So once you apply top arm pressure, your hands aren't really going to move that quickly. The blade will move quicker through the water if you change the blade angle. Viper blade is a good blade to practice with because it forces you to be disciplined within the stroke. Getting better, Will. Your legs still look kind of like your knees are up too high. You're going to want to play with that seat. Should be parallel. That way you can really drive through your legs into the foot pedals. It's going to make you go faster. Look at Dino, just cutting butter. Look at the glide in the V1. Now that boat's probably 2.5, 3 feet longer than the average one man. Certainly that much longer than the Kahele. Here's Bill, just doing his own thing. So Bill has this unique stroke. It's kind of indicative of that generation where they throw the top arm down. Marathon paddlers do this. It's effective for that type of paddling. However, it doesn't really work in a 6-person boat that's using the Houthi stroke. We need to connect from the front all the way through. And by doing so, we do it with our hips. Arms need to be straight. Pressure needs to be consistent. See that little throw there? That's not what we're looking for. We want drive. We want constant pressure from the catch as you're sitting up, your big scoop of ice cream, and it's just all that water is going behind you, and that's what's pushing you forward. Good posture, Steve. Look at that. Boom. 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 That's it, man. Maybe a couple extra inches on the front end, Steve, like a little bit of a leaning forward with a little bit of a twist like Jaitan just did, like a little bit forward, little bit of twist, not too much twist, right? But just enough to give you that little bit of wind up, because if not, you're just hinging forward, hinging back. There isn't that much power in there. You want a little bit of twist, right? Vuda talks about that in that video with the Fijians. Just a nice little twist, a little bit of a lean forward. It's going to give you an extra at least 5-6 inches. Look at Ray. Oof. So Sean, your arms are coming back before your body sits up. They should be coming simultaneously. And we can go over that together on the water one day. Overall, really happy with everybody's performance today. This is a tough drill to do. We can't avoid it though. In order to get better as a unit, we're going to have to practice this. For those of you that had anxiety about the 500-meter drill, let me put all your worries at ease. This is practice. This is something we're going to do more in the future, so get used to it. Get familiar with your technology. More importantly, though, have fun out there, guys. I'll see you at next practice. Aloha.